Okay guys, Bottle Freak here. Back out of that park that I dug all those bottle caps yesterday. And believe it or not, I think I'm getting down to the end of the bottle caps at this end of the park. I've searched everything from, let's see, where that sidewalk ends, way down there by that tree line, between these trees, all the way up behind these bleachers. Most of the finds I was showing you from yesterday was from this tree to that tree right after the bleachers. And most of the area right in here is where I had gotten all those bottle caps, but there's the bleachers. They're right there. Garbage can. Bleachers. Garbage can. But everybody elected to throw everything in the grass. I don't understand it. But just want to show you the ability of this Fisher F4. Now I just had a dime target here. And on top of the ground was this aluminum foil. So I moved it, put it in my pouch, and then I rescanned the hole, and I still got a dime below it. There was a dime. The Fisher F4 saw right through the aluminum foil, never even made a sound for the aluminum, and found me my dime. But it's amazing. But they've mowed since I've been here last. So over in there, the grass was really high. Now that they mowed, I'm going to move out of this spot. And this is the far end of the park. I don't know what they use that for, but I'm going to search over in there next. Okay, I'll get back to you if I find anything good. Okay guys, Bottle Freak here. I'm on the other side of that little strip I was hunting, right along the edge of the sidewalk. I've hunted from that corner way down there, along the edge of these trees in between, up to that telephone pole. I'm standing on this side of their fence line. Down through here, this is where I got most of the bottle caps, from this tree behind those bleachers down to that little electrical building. I was coming up this strip and pretty much digging everything again. Bottle caps, not as many as yesterday, but I got a 50-cent reading and I almost didn't dig it. Thought it was going to be a couple bottle caps stuck together or something, but got this interesting find. No, it's not silver, but it looks silver in the hole. Boy, was I was excited. It's a USA Olympic token for gymnastics from Atlanta, 1996. Yeah, I know it's probably just aluminum. I doubt very much if it's silver. I mean, it's light, but interesting find. I mean, I wouldn't have found it if I wasn't digging all my targets. So that only goes to show you pretty much need to dig everything, even if you think it's junk. I know it's got no value probably, but I'll clean it up when I get home, and I'll post it at the end of my video. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay guys, I think I'm going to move on for now until after the season's over, to where I can get out into the actual ball field playing area. I walked from way over there all the way around the inside of the sidewalk, all the way over to where I'm standing now. And I think I got a couple clad quarters, a couple clad dimes. There's absolutely no deep targets. Everything's like maybe maximum 2 inches. One might have been 3. That token coin that I found was like, no, 1.5 inches. So I don't know if This whole entire field might have been redone and fill dirt brought in. There may not be anything out there too but clad, but maybe there's some rings or something else out there on that field that I'll be able to find after the season is over. But I'm going to start hitting some of my other spots that I got permission to hunt, some older homes. And I didn't even find one wheat. Been here 3 hours. So I'm going to show you my finds when I get home. And happy hunting. Okay guys, this is the result from my park hunt. Um, like I said in my video from the park, most of these targets weren't even 2 inches deep, and I really wasn't getting any deep targets to speak of. So I'm believing that field has been a lot of fill brought in. The field has been redone, but I'm hoping after the season's over, I'm still going to return to the park, but it's close by. But I'm hoping to target some of these older home sites now, and go back there from time to time just to see if I can find anything good. But there's no deep targets to speak of, so I believe that park has been refilled probably numerous times over the years. But these are my finds from that hunt. I was there about almost 3 hours, and I got 14 pennies, 8 dimes, 3 quarters, and I was wrong when I said I didn't get a wheat penny. After I started cleaning them up, I did get one 1958. This is supposed to be a D, not a 9. 1958. This camera doesn't focus very well. Wheat penny. And I got one 1978 Canadian penny. Okay. And I got this token or game piece from the cereal box from 1999 World Olympics for gymnastics, 1996 actually. Um, it came in as 50 cents, and when I saw the edge in the hole, I was really hoping it was going to be a $1/2, but it's light, it's made of aluminum, it's not worth anything, but it's still a neat find. But that only goes to show you, you have to dig everything in order to really get a chance to find some good stuff. I did weed out a lot of those bottle caps, but I still ended up with quite a few bottle caps, piece of aluminum pipe, piece of aluminum trim. This tin foil is that piece of foil I was showing you. It was over the top of that dime signal that I had next to the tree, and it, I had it set to discriminate out foil, which it did, and it was showing that dime in the hole. But at first, this was on top of the ground pretty much. I picked this up thinking that, well, for some reason it was detecting this, but I removed this and it still showed a dime, and there actually was a dime in the hole. So it's quite an awesome machine. And from there, later that day, my daughter wanted to borrow this camera. Her daughter was graduating to a next grade up in elementary school, so I let her borrow the camera. And then a buddy of mine, whose house I had hit last year, where I got some wheat pennies, no silver, nothing fantastic finds, called me and asked me if I wanted her to come up. And so I went up to his house, and these are deeper finds that my other metal detector didn't get. Part off a car engine, um, piece of a lamp, another part of a lamp, piece of metal, looks like a little gardening hoe maybe. And this is a key off a sardine can. Another piece of metal. This big spike which showed up for some reason as a quarter, was like 8 inches down. Square nail. Cut off piece off a lock. Brass grommet off a tarp or a tent. Fitting probably off an older car for the brake line. Water spigot shut off. Just a bunch of odds and ends. But beer cap from a Schaefer beer. Some people probably remember Schaefer beer. So that's probably going to bring back memories for a lot of people. Some kind of a fitting. But I also got these targets that were down in there, but quite a ways, 5 inches, 6 inches, a lock. This is quite a piece. I'm assuming it's off a probably a coffee table or an end table. I'm assuming the table leg went in here, and then the rest of it screwed in, and this was just an ornate piece that was in the middle between the two pieces. But that's quite hefty. A drawer pull, run off a dresser maybe. This can lid, which says Oxy Cream. Thought that was kind of unique for a relic. I don't think this is very old, but it's a duck. I don't know if it's brass or copper, but that was down in there. And I got this lock, quite a hefty lock. Showed up as a solid quarter, so that's definitely brass. Okay. What I did get, these aren't old. I got 5 pennies, but then about 7 inches down, I got this pocket watch, which at one time may have been possibly silver plated. I don't think it's extremely old. It's big. The back cover popped off when I dug it up. It does say across here, made in USA. The face was gone, the glass, the hands were missing, but that's a unique relic. And this piece, which I'm not sure if you can see it well or not. Oh, it was upside down. Looks like an Indian head with a headdress, and underneath it says beer, B-E-E-R, and across the headband on his headdress it says Iroquois. So I'm guessing that's a seal off the side of an older beer bottle, possibly. That was definitely a unique find, and that's going to go into my relic drawer. Okay. The best find, probably the best find for me for the year, it's not silver, but it's my oldest coin that I have found. Is this 1853 large cent. Now, I'm not sure how well you're able to see this. This camera does not focus very well, but let's try this. I have a lighted magnifying glass, but I'm still not sure if we're going to be able to see it that well or not. But that is an 1853 large cent. Sorry about the picture. I'm trying to get this focused in, and I don't think it's going to focus very well for me. Alright, let's try that. Okay, it's not pristine condition, but that's I guess not bad. But this was at my buddy's house, and it was down about 8 inches, and I thought I was going to dig up another piece of junk, and then this came rolling out of the hole, and I am ecstatic. I mean, I did get that other large cent earlier in the year that the date was unreadable, and you can still see some of the Liberty in the headdress, but this is only the second large cent that I've ever dug. So this new machine, this new metal detector is definitely doing the job. Definitely getting down to the deeper targets, which I would never have been able to have gotten this or some of those other finds this year with the old detector. But that is definitely a fantastic find, and I have some older homes lined up. Still have several of them. Some of them have a couple acres, some of them have 10 acres. I have a farm that is now a horse farm that's been in existence since the turn of the century, 1900, that I have permission for. I am going to be going back to that 1874 house that I just was at a couple weeks ago, where I got the 2 Indian head pennies to recheck his lawn. I had an issue with my metal detector, and I have corrected it, and these finds show that I have corrected it, and I'm going to be rechecking some of the sites that I had checked last year. I have permission from several of the people already where I had already been, but I feel after this that it's definitely worth my time to go back, and I'm going to be going on to some new sites that I've never been to before. I know it's not silver, but it is my oldest coin that I've ever found, and hopefully I can get my silver up to the 50 silver coins for the year. But this was just a fantastic find for me. Okay guys, happy hunting, be safe, and definitely dig those deeper targets.